another Saturday night, Donnie, that we are back.
We're back.
No more weekday show. We're back to the regular Saturday night.
Yes.
And the countdown clock is finally worked because we have one person watching, two people now watching. We have to start. And we got a big guest who's down below us here right now. But
a big guest or a guest with a big head?
Oh, it's
No,
another. We talked with Sato a couple weeks ago. We've got another one of the OGs. We couldn't get his partner because his partner's at some surf thing going on in California.
Surf rodeo, yeah.
But Mr. Cook in the house from Brews and Reviews. I miss that show. Just say it.
That show. I miss
that
show.
You're the only two.
I miss my quality time with Steve Corona. I get to see him once in a while, but not as much anymore. So,
Dougie,
I miss doing it.
One of the greatest cornhole adventures I ever had was Cook and Corona during the height of Brews and Reviews came up to New Hampshire, but they did it kind of ass backwards because I think Cook booked it. They flew into New Jersey, rented a Jeep, and drove all the way to New Hampshire.
No. That was intentional. Me and Steve spent some quality time topless driving all the way out to see you. That was part of the plan. That was a good 4 hours, I think, wasn't it?
5.
Yeah.
And then when they got to New Hampshire, somebody had to take a nappy.
I think the best part of that whole trip was when we flew into the airport. Steve was kind of like out. He'd never really been out of California. So when we got to that airport, it was pretty ghetto. It was kind of, and he was just kind of freaking out. He's like, this is, are we safe here? We're winging it.
He's gonna make sure it works. But listen, we got some friends in the chat. We got Andrew Spencer right here.
Mr. Spencer's in the chat, yes.
And Al Castro, who's a big sponsor of one of our local leagues from Route 1 Vapors, is in the chat. Good friend of mine. Me and him for the last year and a half have been going back and forth, sending each other middle finger videos from the Book of Face. There you go.
And then we got Mr. Barrett. I'm not sure if Mr. Barrett's at a horse show this weekend because I know his daughter and wife are there, or Mr. Spencer's at this other thing. But I got to say, shout out to a surprise birthday party today in Newfoundland. Miss Amber Rogers had a surprise birthday party for. They threw her a surprise birthday. I've seen pictures. I won't put the pictures on the show, but there is some pictures from that. So happy birthday to her. And another one coming up. She said, "Oh, good thing my birthday's not on the show day." But Michelle Hunter has a birthday coming up this week as well. So,
well, Derek did say he's out looking at horse.
Well,
I love the censorship.
And we got Val Mayo. Val Mayo was in one of the pictures that I was sent from that party this afternoon, from the cornhole party this afternoon.
1 second.
Got the he's going to tease us with the bottle right there. That's what he's going to do. It's nice and light out in California.
Derek says, "Did you see the size of them now?" Listen, if anybody doesn't know, the gentleman on the show with us is Chris Cook, the Jersey guy from the JerseyGuyLocker.com, who makes most of the jerseys in the U.S.
He makes that one ugly jersey, though. Like, it's just that one. It's got like someone's face on it, and I don't know. Derek Barrett says he wants one, but I'm not sure.
Well, we got to talk to him because he was supposed to put it on the website like 2 weeks ago, and that's it's a very sexy jersey right there. Now he's back. We can hold him accountable for it.
Sorry.
Okay. We have a question. Do you ship to Canada?
Yes, we have before.
And why isn't the sexiest jersey in the whole wide world on the site?
It is.
Because he hasn't done a down and back one yet. So he's waiting.
I haven't. No one's asked me to. We can.
But
it's funny we're talking jerseys. So I went through my closet the other day, and I have a lot of jerseys that I need to get rid of. Surf rodeo, one of a kind jerseys, like all kinds of stuff. I'm thinking about maybe doing a raffle for a good cause or something. These are like one-off jerseys. Some of them say the Bear on the back. Some of them have, some other names. But I mean, it's probably 10 of them. But I was going to hit you guys up and see if we want to do a raffle and give all the money to a charity.
We can do that.
For sure.
I think I have a good cause for it to go to. We can talk more about that offline, but I think I have a good cause that we can find a worthy.
Gone again.
What's that?
He's gone again.
Oh, he's gone again. I was searching the website because I think he put me on page 14. I'm not a page 14 kind of guy.
Well,
hold on.
I think Dana would disagree with that, but
my
It's like
wife.
a jersey bundle.
What is that? The Bear?
Surf rodeo from last year. Right? It's only red one. I never made these for anybody. Because I'm not a Dodger fan, I'm Angels fan. So
I'm sorry.
That's right. Well, it was that other guy on your show that was isn't he a Dodgers fan?
that's why I had to make a red one.
Cook, I don't see my jersey on this website. What page am I on? Friggin' 42? Jesus
This
Christ.
was the one when we had COVID. It was invitation only.
Yeah.
Was that okay? That wasn't that podcast one that the one podcast guy wasn't invited to, was it?
No, that was it. We didn't get jerseys for that.
That was a private one.
That
was a private one.
That was virtual only,
This is a good
Dougie.
one over
Virtual
here.
only.
Bag Spice and Brews. I'm just gonna show you these because I can. Here's a good one.
Oh, look at Marky Berry's in the chat there, Cookie. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one.
There's that
What year
one.
was that?
That was 19.
You didn't put the date on it?
No, that one I didn't put the date on. 22. 22, another red one off.
That was the year. I think that was my first year, wasn't it? 22 was my first year because I have the 22 patch.
21.
21.
Yeah, 21. America Spencer's special edition. Spencer's.
That was also one that you put online for July 4th. I think that was back in what, 19 or 20?
Yeah, 19, I think. California, Bear. Like all of these. We'll just do the whole pack. Anybody just whatever. Oh, here's a good one. This one will be a fun one. This one I kind of like. This was one of my favorites.
Oh, that was the that was the TCL, right? Yeah, the Ryder Cup
Yeah,
down there.
Ryder Cup. Yeah.
I gotta say, there's one jersey on your site that I love the most, and I think me and you have talked about this in the past. It is the sombrero jersey.
Oh,
That was for Don.
The poncho.
The poncho.
The poncho jersey, yeah.
But that was for Don out of Colorado Cornhole Connection right there with the Kawasaki kids.
Yeah, that was this past year's one. This one did really well. The colors are super bright. Yeah. This was a good one.
I like that. I like the paint splat. I like the bright colors. I think it's really cool.
They're all XLs, and let's just do a whole pack, and we'll just raffle them and donate the money to wherever we feel it needs to go.
I love that.
So yeah. So Chris, he's asking about this just because these people are on an island, but apparently in Newfoundland here, there's a jersey with someone's face on it that everybody wants for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get people to buy that.
The Trump jersey, we never made one. We never made a Trump jersey.
Come on.
So,
You know
we were
what
never
jersey
asked.
is. It's the sexiest jersey in the whole wide world.
I thought I had put that one up. That one will go up on the website tonight, right when we get offline.
Yeah, I listen, it's gonna be on page 1 too, like page 42. Seriously.
I'll do a whole slider on the front page of you and your pink
But
shorts.
that was amazing because that was a one-off jersey for Spencer's.
Yeah.
Last year, right? Was it last year or the year before?
It was last year.
Last year. And the second I put that on and I started walking around, people were like, what the hell is that? What is going on?
I love doing the one-off stuff. That's fun. That makes it more valuable.
That was
Yeah,
so
Derek
much
saying
fun.
sales go through the roof for sure. And,
See, Al
So,
Castro
okay.
played awards tonight. The people love me.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
do more of those. We should do more faces.
Oh, well, the best part is like everybody recognizes the back of that, but nobody sees the front because you ghosted the front, and it's so dark.
It's because the back of the head is so much better than the front. That's
No, but it's my face on both sides, but it's my face on someone
You know
on
what?
people's asses.
Let me see if I can find it.
Candy in the chat
I'll
here.
Post it in the chat. Hang on. Let me see
Oh,
if I can find it.
there's my candy girl.
See if I can find it. And I will put it in the chat. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, drop that in there because that is pure sex.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he wore that all around Drummondville. It was just
Let me see if I can find this thing. I know I sent it to you.
although there was a few people that really didn't know what was actually on your jersey. Yeah, see,
there
Andrew
was-
say that's the jersey in Quebec. No one, because there was only one. Because we thought only one person.
Only
would
one.
got that.
It was only one.
Yes, it was the we call it the Highlander jersey. There can be only one.
Didn't you have pictures of it, Donnie?
I do.
Like you wearing it?
I may have a picture. I'm not sure because the one thing I love about pictures is me.
It's true.
And that's a double one. Every time there's one picture of the jersey with you wearing it is
Yeah.
double you.
Yeah.
That's one thing Donnie doesn't lie about.
Listen, if there's one thing I love, it's me.
It's myself.
Exactly, Marky Berry. Exactly. Surprised he's not wearing it now.
It's true.
That's
Mark is Marky at home drinking Haterade? He says Michelle says I always have pictures.
and Michelle's probably just getting here because she probably didn't. Like I said, it is her birthday on Wednesday. So
My problem is I have too many pictures. That's my problem. My phone is literally.
I'm not seeing
full.
one. I don't think I sent you a photo of it because I wanted to surprise you.
No, you didn't because it only came out at Spencer's when you handed it to me.
Right. You didn't
hold
even
on.
know.
I didn't even know because you're just like, oh, I'm going to make you a jersey. Don't worry about it.
It's true.
All right, hold on.
Trying to find
Let's see.
it
I
too.
got photos here. Hold on. I got to go through my extensive photo library.
It's
Scary
important that
thing
we
is, I have
find this
a
now.
lot of pictures with Adam Hisner. I don't know what's going on there.
That's scary.
and you know what? Speaking of Hisner, I think I'm not sure. I think it was maybe today that Tortola posted. Sorry, Chris. It's Adam's the one with that hat.
Yeah.
Adam's there's only one person that can wear it. That's Adam.
Chat is that?
The
Torrentola had like one of the like Italian kind of like foofy hats, like the fedora type thing. But Adam had the floppy hat. Adam wins, hands down. Hands down. I mean, come on. What are you doing with your life? You can't compete against Adam Hisner. That's another pure sex right there.
It's,
All right, hold on. Ready? I have a picture.
oh, you
Okay.
found it.
Yes. Well, I have a picture with other people inside of it from Canada. But if you look,
oh,
you can see my nose right on my belly button. The back is so much sexier.
It is.
was that a picture with like the person's biggest fan?
Yeah,
That's
that's
such
when
a
I
great
was
photo.
stalking Jeff at that point.
Yeah, put it on here.
I was stalking. That was when Jeff and Jimmy won with their trophies. I tried to get them to give them to me, but they wouldn't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you harass the guy in the beer line, I'm not sure if he would.
he wouldn't even buy me a beer. You know how many bags I bought off that guy? Seriously, so rude.
Did I
It was
put it
good.
on the group page? I might have put it on the group page. I'm gonna find this thing now. Now it's a mission.
Yeah, seriously, Cook. Yeah, you made the friggin' design and then threw it away. I feel like such a friend.
I got it
Yeah.
somewhere.
Okay, easy there, Derek. Derek wanting to know where the picture is with the pro jersey with your face on it.
Oh wait, I gotta find that from. That was another Canadian.
I'm still not happy with that because your logo was on his banner. My logo wasn't on his banner.
Yeah, you got kicked out, dude. You got kicked to the curb. I think
No
that
idea
was
what that.
Did I
Which
put that?
banner?
The what's it? There's five ACL pros in Canada out of Newfoundland at the Open in Newfoundland. Their one sponsor, Winging It, best chicken wings across Canada, bar down. Made banners of all five of their pros, and they had them up kind of in camera view during the Open up in Newfoundland here.
So, Cook, you know your flags that you have beside your booth
Yes.
when you set up. These are the full like ones that like come up, but it has a full person of like throwing a bag.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of like the sports card on a on the banners that are right there,
Right.
and they were literally behind every player that was throwing, so it made it
Yep.
so much cooler.
Yeah.
ACO did that back in the day.
Yeah, they used to
I
kind
don't
of
know
put
if they
them when
did.
they were standing with.
I don't know if they did pictures, but they did their names. Each court was after a pro's name.
Yeah,
This was way back in the day when we were
well-
actually doing ACO stuff.
well, because they used to what they call it? They call it what, Top Gun. They used to do the whoever won the tournaments you got a special jersey. I think
Yeah.
it was purple. Did you get the purple jersey? I think it was.
They were different colors, but yes,
Yeah.
you got a certain color that no one got. Yeah, I'm trying to find this thing. I will find this.
But yeah, so we had Valley Forge, Pennsylvania this weekend, another ACL national, and I haven't had a chance to see just kind of any of the actions. I got to see a couple minutes here and there, but looked like we have some new people going on. Donnie, I'm not sure if you'd seen any of the stuff. I know AJ Sims and Braden Wilson, I think, advanced to the Final Four.
Yeah, Jacob advanced to his first singles Final Four, I believe. Devin Harbaugh also advanced. I did see a post from Trey where he did not. He just missed as I think he finished second in his bracket, and I want to say Adam was somewhere near the top also. So I'm just trying to pull up some standings right now because it's been a tumultuous night with Doug. Don't leave your Roadcaster plugged in for 7 days because it heats up and shuts down some of your ports. Yeah, Sims and Wilson are on fire right now. Yes, they are. So AJ really to the moon. He's been shooting great.
And how about the big upset in the pro teams?
Where's Josh?
Josh, I don't know.
AJ's partner, gross.
Yeah, haven't.
I seen Amber in the chat cheering them
throwing
on.
well for a while.
Yeah, Market totally double dipped today too, which is a shocker.
But in the pro teams event, there was a call up for one of the teams. Thomas Stranger and Nicholas Cloud beat Devin Harbaugh and Justin Burton in the pro teams event.
Who was that other guy?
Thomas Stranger.
Fake Dane?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so he was all happy with that. He made like a breaking news post.
I'm gonna find your jersey, McPhee.
Yeah, that's cute. Keep scrolling.
Can you see that? It's a lot of scrolling.
He's on like page like 512 now.
Yeah, I'm on page 666.
I will.
I see where I land in this relationship.
Yeah, but I can't even post photos to this live feed. That's weird. No. So even if I find it, doesn't matter.
Just shoot it to
you should be able to do if you hit the. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a present thing on the bottom. If you do that, you can share your screen. If you have another screen, I believe.
I don't want people to see what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you?
Just kidding.
Are you not that other guy?
You don't want to see his OnlyFans feet pics.
Absolutely.
I thought it was like the tab number one that he may have opened up also
with the creeper bus.
There are community standards in this page. I see that.
Oh wait, hold on. Ready? Hold on. I'm gonna pull this up right here. Ready? I'm going. Oh damn it! Stupid buttons. All right, here we go. Ready, kids? There it is.
You can't pull that and put it in the whole live feed.
Listen, I don't listen. I just work for a fruit company. I don't know how to do shit.
Wow.
Well, then send it to me and I'll put it up there.
Yeah,
Gee,
all right, I'll send it to Sir Dougal's.
Look at that face. Only a mother.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Mark
Yes.
likes
Yeah, she doesn't even love it.
it.
Go to more cornhole.
Yeah, listen.
So, Chris, how are things going in California?
It's 109 right now. It was 112 today, I think. So, yeah, we're cooking, literally. So, but as far as cornhole, surf rodeo, the only on the beach cornhole tournament. Sitting there right with the throwdown. It's next month is next month, July. Yeah, next month, end of next month. Throwdown. It's already time again.
There
So,
is that
There you go.
Look at that. That
Jersey
is
right
sexy
there.
right there.
You know.
Yep. That's
But yeah, so surf rodeo, you can go to surfrodeo.com, and I think the live is up there, or at least the standing. So that's a great event. That one's fun. It's in the sand. Then you go to throwdown and you get to play in the wind, and you definitely get to see who the real cornhole players are and who can adjust to outside weather
Wait,
between those two events.
Surf Rodeo. I have to give him the ups. I think they were the first ones to were they the first ones to have an international tournament when they used to play down in Mexico? Didn't they have one down there for a while?
Nope.
No.
It's all based out of Ventura. Started as a small event. It was actually a surf contest first. Then they added cornhole a couple of years ago, thanks to Brett. If you look at some of the older Brews and Reviews episode, we've had Brett on the show. He kind of explains it, but it's definitely different. You play in the sand, so it's not and you deal with the same wind that the throwdown deals with at times.
Those
So,
boards were pretty deep. They were about maybe 2 inches lower than what normally used to throwing at because they were deep in the sand.
well, it's funny because when the big stepping, everybody there's those and they're still around. I'm sure there's some steppers, but who love it. People that step and throw, even the ones that don't go over the line. It's a different beast. You have to stay still in that sand. There's no stepping because your step is different every time because that sand moves. So people that stepped when they threw, it's a tough event for them. Absolutely.
Well, even with that though, that's even more exhausting too, though, because the step trying to move that foot through the sand is going to beat your body up even more.
Absolutely.
So you're playing 20 games, it feels like 40.
Well, you got to think of it this way: between the sand, the walking and waiting for games, right? The drinking, the sun. There's a lot of elements. So you're done. You're drained by the day. You're at the end of the day. You're done.
People drink during cornhole?
It's weird, but they do.
Weird. Never heard of it.
Although Donnie, again, we now have another connection from that other show that we talked on sometimes on Sunday nights, that other music show. We've got a regular over there. James O'Brien was part of that surf rodeo before cornhole started. Like he was one of the bands that would play at surf rodeo. He's from the UK. He's on YouTube. He's JJ's House of Jams. And we started talking about, I'd like to go to California surf rodeo, and he's like right into it. Like he was far out, like let's go, and he was all ready pumped for Ben and I to go, but Ben doesn't like to fly. He's not a big heights guy. So
2006, maybe it was 6 or 8. My band, we played at the surf rodeo. And that was when it was at the end of the street on Pierpont. It's moved actually to the fairgrounds where the throwdown is at, but they loaded in sand this weekend into the fairgrounds. So they are playing in the sand, but it's in the fairgrounds.
Really?
But so the throwdown started where I kind of grew up on Pierpont there. And my buddy JD started that event many, many years ago, and it's still going. And Brett's really pushed the cornhole in that event. So it's actually, the cornhole's gotten bigger than the surf event. So the whole theory, or the whole idea of the surf rodeo was you have these sticks in the sand and you have all these old surfboards from all different eras, and they're all beat up and they're all different. And you pull a stick from the sand, that stick correlates with whatever board. You have to paddle out in your session with that board in your heat, and you surf, and you have to wear a cowboy hat while you're surfing. And there's all kinds of other events. There's a greased pig, which is fun. So basically, they take a bunch of longboards and they put baby oil all over them, no wax. You have to paddle out around the buoy and back in to win. And you're not staying on that board with all that baby oil and wax on it. But there's all kinds of events, and it's fun. And it's always been a lot of bands, and it's gotten as big as the Throwdown. So it's you guys should definitely try to come out to that, even if you can't make the Throwdown.
I've talked with Brett a couple times, and I've told him I'm going to try to make it out there, because when we went out there 2 years ago, I brought Greba, Bruce, Candy, Jenny, everybody over to Surf Rodeo headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great time. I did almost die because I didn't realize where I was. And I'm just like, I'm just going to walk to the store. There's a supermarket at the end of the street. And I was walking down the end of the street. One guy's like, "You got beer?" I'm like, "This is my fucking beer, buddy. Don't fuck with me." I'm like, "I will fucking kill you."
Yeah.
There's
Well,
one thing
you're
you don't-
down on the avenue, so that's
Yeah.
not the
Listen.
best.
Here's the thing. There's one thing you don't take is my beer. You can take food. You can take anything else.
You can
But
take
I'm
my
like-
life, just don't take
I'm
my
like-
beer.
I'm like the Joey of beer. You don't touch Donnie's beer.
Oh boy. So
Well, there's some people right here now especially in Ontario, if anyone's watching, that are just that they're probably sitting drinking these here right now.
What is
the
that?
Coke. It's just a regular Coke, because right now the as I call them, the LICBO stores, the LCBO, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, are on strike for 2 weeks. They've said even if they get it settled right now, they're not opening for 2 weeks, so people have to find their alcohol elsewhere.
Wait
It's
a
like
minute.
prohibition here. In
you can make your own.
Wait a minute.
You can make
Wait
your
a
own.
minute. They call it LICBO?
well, that's it. It's LCBO, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, LICBO. That's not what they call it. That's what I call it.
I thought you had standards in Canada.
We let you in.
Look at you let me in. And once again, I do have my Titan glass candy.
So that is just for liquor. You can buy beer at the liquor stores, but we also have a beer store that's still open.
All right, so in Canada, they're separate and together?
Kind of.
So in New Hampshire, because that's the reason I ask, in Massachusetts, you can go to a Packy, which is beer and booze.
Which I learned this past weekend at in Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah.
In Georgia, I learned this.
Yeah, no, but you can go to a Packy, which is like hard liquor and beer. But if I go to New Hampshire, the state sells hard liquor, but grocery stores sell beer, and you can't mix them. So it's two.
Yeah.
You have to go to two separate places.
So here,
Well,
and
East Coast
people
states
will
like that.
probably correct me in the chat. So the LCBO stores, they have like all your liquor stuff, and they'll sell like craft beers and some of the big name beers. The beer stores are all run by the big beer companies. So
Okay,
you don't
so-
really get your small little craft beers in the beer stores.
So it's all
Right.
distributors.
And then there's some corner stores and grocery stores that sell just beer. Yeah, in Newfoundland, you can get Newfoundland, as Andrew Spencer says, in Newfoundland, you can just go to the gas station. But also, as I learned my first time in Newfoundland, there's also a couple weeks where Coors Light does a thing where you actually, remember the old pop? You'd like open up the top and you could like win stuff underneath the cap, right?
Pop
Soda. Yeah, soda. But there was like I was there for a week and I had won like 3 6-packs of beer by opening the top, and I was like, "You won a free 6-pack."
So Derek Barrett in the chat says go to Walmart for everything. Derek, that is done by the state. So in Massachusetts, where I live, there is only one Walmart in the state that can actually sell beer, because the state gives it to the cities and the cities control it. So it really depends on where you are. If you go down south in some states, they can sell hard liquor and beer in a Walmart on an end cap. I mean, you can get your Underoos and beer on the same end cap, but it depends. It's state by state, depending on what the local laws are. So it really
there's
just
still
depends
some
where it is.
states too. I think Colorado may still do it. There's some states that that you're not getting alcohol on Sunday.
No,
So
no.
Massachusetts,
North Carolina is like that. Learn that the hard way.
Colorado,
Yeah,
I think's like that still.
yeah, Mass was that for the longest time because we had the Puritan blue laws, and then we repealed it for a while where you could get beer from like 12 to 6. Now it's pretty much open because it's crazy because you can still not, I think in the Boston Common you can't ride a pig. It's a felony. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
They've had
So-
issues with that.
I would make more comments or we might get shut down.
I for my stuff, I have to go to Target. That's my stuff.
Doug, that's Target down here.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
All right, Cook, are you gonna sacrilege? You're not putting anything in no fruit?
No,
What?
no.
All right. So let me ask you.
So are we gonna get a review of this beer for Brews and Reviews?
Yeah, no. Modelo's not anything special. It's just a beer. It's a good beer.
no,
but it's
there's
not.
one special Modelo that I love to death. The Negro.
one's
Love
not bad.
that one. That one's
That's
great
not
with the lime and some street tacos.
It's also good in a michelada.
Oh, I know a guy that might be able to make us some sauce for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he might have made some when he came to New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm. We
Okay,
might
so
have had
Matthew
Game
Smith
Changers named after us.
comes in with another gem here. In Canada, it's because in the West, it's private sales.
Well, that's the hard part. No matter where you go, it's tougher, right? Because it changes based on where you are. Because, you have provinces up there, we have states down here, and it all changes based on, local law and everything else like that. Like if we all flew down to Tennessee right now, we could do a drive-through liquor store.
They have those in Wyoming too.
We have that in the beer stores. Some of the beer stores here have that. You drive up, you pop your trunk, they put it in, and they'll even take your empties for you as well.
That's
No,
old school.
this one's like McDonald's. They just hand it through the window into your driver's seat, and
Yeah.
it rides shotgun.
Yeah, when I go up to my dad's, that's what we do. We go through the drive-through.
So, Chris,
No.
you have a ride coming up too.
Sturgis, yeah.
So tell everybody what's going on there.
Well, yeah, we'll just be up at Sturgis for my dad. My dad passed away last September, and he was a biker. So we do a ride up in Sturgis. That'll be in August. So right before Spencer's probably. So yeah, that's the T-shirt I did for my dad. That's actually an illustration we did of my dad on his bike. But we're gonna go up there and meet at Sturgis and just kind of hang out for the whole week. So if you haven't been to Sturgis, that's fun. I mean, it's a lot calmer than when we used to go as kids, for sure. There's a lot more laws and police, but it's still a good time. You get to hang out and ride. So yeah.
So I am just right now putting in the chat I'm doing it in both chats here. The link to the Brews and Reviews YouTube page. Go and have a watch.
Back in the
Tell
day.
them
Hey,
that you want them to come back because we
No,
need you guys back.
It's really cute because they're still reviewing slide rights on that page.
And the Octane Apex and the whole shots as well.
so actually I was gonna ask you, or I was gonna tell you, Doug. So they were at Octane was at Throwdown last year.
Yep.
And I loaded them up with a bunch of Jersey Guy apparel and stuff, and good guys, really good guys.
Yep.
And they wanted
Well,
us to do
okay.
another.
The guys that were there, Matt's okay. Sean's a little iffy.
I don't remember who I met. I met the two. There were two guys there. I don't remember their names.
Maddie
but-
ran the booth most of the time.
Oh, okay.
So Maddie
Okay.
was there at the booth. I think me and you walked by a little bit there, and Maddie was running the booth.
Yeah, good guys.
He
Though.
is-
They were really nice.
He's,
Okay.
we'll call him Mr. Octane.
Yeah.
Yes.
I kind of caught him off guard because I just dumped off a bunch of Jersey Guy hoodies to them. They're like, "What's this for you to wear?"
I didn't get one.
Is it because they
I'll
weren't
talk to
selling?
Matt.
You'll get them this year. So last year, remember we had the booth last year where you could pick your design and if you wanted a hoodie or a t-shirt and we'd press it right there for you. I ended up pressing everything. It's all done. You just come to the booth, pick it out and grab it. There's no more heat pressing in the booth. So come by, I'll give you one.
Well, unfortunately, I will not able to be at Spencer's this year.
That's sad. It's very
because
sad.
the ACL National Championships in Canada are the same weekend.
Oh.
So
Yeah, Canada pretty much fucks up the entire schedule.
well, we can't talk about the other one, Donnie. The one I told you about the other night.
No, we can't. I'm a little because if you go to the JerseyGuideLocker.com, they do make some fishing jerseys right now, some fishing SPF hoodies, and I'm gonna say right now, I'm a little salty with what's going on next year for what's happening in Canada.
We're expanding, so we're
Yeah.
trying to find weekends to get stuff, and it's
Yeah,
gonna be a big year up here in Canada.
yeah, that's cute. You're ruining my entire goddamn schedule.
Well, hey,
Poor dog.
ruining mine as well.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
I'm,
anybody watching this and is there going to be a throwdown? Come by the booth and I'll give you a free Jersey Guy t-shirt. How about that?
I might be there. I still got to talk to my other
You don't
sponsor.
count.
Can I have like a proxy guy be there for me?
Not him.
Hey, listen,
Anyone
been
else
here-
from Canada for sure.
I've been to your damn booth the last friggin' 2 years.
I know.
I
And you
make
got
the
your
entire
own shirt
round.
with your face on it.
Listen, I make the rounds. I go to see all my friends. I've been to the Octane booth.
Yeah.
I got to go to the sponsor booth. I got to go to Titan Bags, West Georgia, and Burley, our friend Hunter. We go over there and say hello, and then I got to make my way over to the VIP booth. John, if you're listening, I need another wristband. Need the wristband for the VIP booth. But this year, I also need one of those ACL lanyards. Trey Ryder. I need an ACL lanyard, so I don't have to pay for beer.
Well, hang on. No. If the guys who were doing the live feed and commentating the finals with Chismark and Pryor, and we've been around since the event started, and just it's our hometown, can't even get into the ACL finals booth to watch games, that's pretty bad. Yes, I vented that out loud. We don't even exist at that event anymore. That's pretty sad.
I was backstage last year.
Me and Steve couldn't get in. We couldn't get a seat. Couldn't get a seat. Couldn't get in.
Steve had a VIP badge though. He got in the booth.
No, I am VIP too, but I'm talking about. But that was VIP for the lounge for John for the throwdown and all that. It wasn't the ACL area.
I just bullied
don't get me
someone to
started.
get. I bullied someone to get backstage.
Don't get me started.
I was
That's
hanging out
fine.
backstage with Mark Richards and Jay Rubin and all my other friends.
Yeah, he likes to name drop too.
Yeah,
Listen,
I can see that.
Hey,
a
I'm
couple
pretty
of
cool.
those names are okay. Some will get you in trouble.
Yeah, Mark Berry said he hung out your booth at Bag and Bash.
You did. He's
I
gonna
think
come
I-
by and get a t-shirt at throwdown.
I think I actually held your booth down at Bag and Bash
You did.
when that storm came through. Whoo! That thing
That was nice.
big.
I like weather. We don't get weather here. I like rain. That was
Oh,
nice.
they-
And it didn't last.
We've made it, Donnie. The kids are here again.
Yes, the kids.
Oh.
The
kids are here again.
Sunday.
But
those-
there's some hot
those young-
ladies in the house.
Those young guys that just started their podcast.
Wait a minute. I did see today that they might show up at Throwdown. Yeah, come by and see us.
Yeah. Welcome to my hometown. Me
Wait,
and
the last
Corona will
time they
find
showed
you
up-
guys.
Wait, last time they showed up at a big ACL event, and they have to take their booth down.
I don't know. I never put up a booth.
Bruce
I'm not
has a
saying
booth.
you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Derek Barrett wants you. If you're so popular, Derek Barrett wants you to make a call to get him his darts shipped.
Derek, when you spell my name right, we might be able to talk.
He's from Newfoundland. He might. It's late there. It's like 11:30 at night there.
Well, my name's spelled with a Y. It's a Y. Okay. Why? Because I'm pretty fucking cool. Okay. Just remember
Hey,
that.
Donnie, I didn't think that other podcast was still around.
Which one?
I can't remember what was their name.
Who?
The Big Ass.
Who?
The Big Ass. Who?
They're
Well, they're
still
saying
around.
that people, they say people listen to them.
Yeah.
That's
do.
just, it's,
But here's the thing: they still have a pretty big following. They're the ones that have been kind of still doing it and keeping everything going. But the only drawback for them is they live in Cleveland.
well, and we talked about that, and Chris, I think you're part of this as well, is that kind of like, because Sean and Dane, they were around from one near the start as well of the big boom, but we've kind of all just kind of kept in touch and kind of stuck together because it's, we were kind of the trailblazers in this thing.
Big Ass wants to know: you still making jerseys?
Yep. Just not out of Pakistan. Mine are all U.S. made. Ask them how their jerseys are going.
All right. Moving on to a new subject.
But no, but talking like that, like, with the whole, because there's been a couple fly-by-night. There's been a couple fly-by-night shows kind of just pop up because it's so easy to do a show like this and do a podcast.
Oh,
And
wait a minute.
it's just
No.
it's,
The easiest thing in the world is to do a tickety-tockety or a reel. Like, seriously?
Right.
Like,
Right.
nothing against anybody. I love anybody that's putting out content because, listen, the game's still growing. Nobody knows where it's going to land. Nobody.
oh, are you going to say it again?
No. The game is not doing the G word.
You've said it almost like every show the last couple.
Yeah, listen, I'm not doing that stupid phrase that I despise. But
Hey, I do miss those two idiots, though. I haven't talked to them in a while, so
yeah, it's
we're
cute.
talking about the Big Ass again.
Yeah, listen, I do love those two guys, Dane and Sean. They're amazing people. Like, the best thing ever was when we were all doing our shows together. Like, everybody like, wow, you really hate them. I don't like them either. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, I can't say it to you right now, but I actually kind of love those guys. I can't like.
Well, we're all messaging back and forth. Okay, who you having on? What are you doing this year? And it was like, yeah, we were kind of.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a fun. Honestly, I mean, as much as COVID sucked, it was a good time because we all got together, we all had fun, we did some cool things, I thought, and it was just fun. It was like a battle of the big mouths, but it was fun. You know what I mean? We all got along, and
No,
it was a crazy
great time.
time.
Yeah, no, because one podcast that was in friggin' really nice weather played inside. Everybody else played outside.
At least you guys got to play.
Like Brews and Reviews played in a friggin' air-conditioned goddamn fucking like garage, and we're outside. Like, I was in New England. I had like leaves hitting me, snow and sleet, and I mean, it was fucking August. I mean,
Well, again, like I said,
is that why you're gonna tell? Is that what you're gonna tell yourself why we won? Is that your?
no, I'm gonna tell you that fucking Corona carried you.
Oh, we didn't. Go look at the footage.
like I said, at least you
It's
guys
still
got to
up there.
play because I just got
Still
to
up there.
watch.
Yeah, you were in the corner.
You were in Canada.
You're
Well, at least probably the best line you have ever come up with, Donnie, was because of that tournament
which was
when
that?
when I picked you guys, and I had the mohawk when I come up.
What, the Canadian snowdrift?
Yes.
Listen, Doug, you were the REM of that tournament. It was just you in the corner.
I got to watch. Couldn't even come in and commentate
That was good,
anything.
Doug. That was
Nothing. It was
That was good.
just shunned off to the side.
Listen, it was honestly my favorite part of when we were all kind of all together was the stupid Zoom hangs that we had that lasted all hours of the damn night. I mean, I think there was one night we went till like 6 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time, and I had a Zoom for work at like 7. And literally, I was so banged up, I barely could keep my camera on because they would have seen my face being so damn green because I was just like, I drank way, because we were doing Like Meacham was on there, and we were doing stupid.
Yeah.
We were doing fireball shots. I was doing Doc McGillicuddy shots. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. And I look up at the clock, and I'm like, this is not gonna be good.
But like we've said it.
Meacham came to Throwdown last year. Didn't come
He-
by the
he
booth
did.
to see me.
He did, and those shorts were disturbing.
Never came by to see me.
What?
Very disappointing. Yeah. Yep. So
He was
maybe
there.
we'll
He-
see him this year.
He came. He was there for a bit. But he was playing, so it was a little tougher. Like he didn't really hang out a lot, and he came with a little bit of crew from down there.
Yeah.
But
He was still doing some live feed stuff with it. Yeah.
I think we were doing the live feed, and all I heard from the live feed was, "What? Go!" I'm like, Jesus Christ, who the fuck let him in? Because he was just off to the side, and he was showing me his shorts that had that thong print on them.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
like,
bad. I saw it.
oh, I was like, I just threw up in my mouth.
I agree.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but with those Zoom hangs, Donnie, we talked about it. The epic part was like we watched people burn their house down. We watched people put IKEA furniture together during those.
It was a lot.
kinda fun.
A lot of shit happened.
That was fun.
We watched.
The
We
great
thought we
thing-
were watching. We think we may have watched John Clark play cornhole because he was in the dark in the woods.
Dude, he
What,
was so in the dark. But the great thing about all those hangs back then was that, you know what? No matter where you were from in the country, everybody kind of came on and just talked and had a great time. And
Well, I think the best part was Jay trying to figure out technology.
well, he was making his red sauce, so there was a little problem there for a while. He was
I think
left
we
alone,
spent 2 hours trying to get him on the freaking iPad or whatever he had.
but he was left alone at home. The wife and kids were out of town, so he might have overindulged.
It was still hilarious.
It's
Need to go back
hilarious, and I
find
love
that
it
again.
when he's talking about his red sauce. It's like
Yeah.
most people just call that friggin' ragu.
Well, I don't think they do Central anymore. There's a new guy. I think he goes by Rooster, but Jay and Matt, they're not doing that anymore. So, Matt got a boot named after him.
He did well because the gentleman who owns Brunt
Yeah.
is a really good friend of Matt's. So
Right.
Matt actually not just a boot, he has a whole line. There are some pants.
Yeah.
Even though I've never seen Matt with pants.
Do you
That's a
wanna see
different
that?
story.
Yeah, that's all right.
No, he does have some boots because him and Eric were really good friends, and they've been
Yeah.
because
That's what he was telling me. Yeah.
yeah, Brunt is literally. I'm gonna point that way because they're literally right over there for me. They're like 2 towns over for me is where it kind of started in Eric's garage, and it's a really cool company, American made, growing, and really cool. And Maddie and Jay, they've kind of taken a step back, and now Darcy, Darcy Barron, Matt's. I'm not going to say relationship because I'm going to screw it up and be
You
people
get in
again.
trouble.
Yeah, I'll
Don't
get in trouble. But Darcy and a lot of those people now run Central Connecticut Cornhole. You would think if you looked at a map, they're pretty close to me, but for me, it's a couple-hour drive to get down there. But I would love to. They have the Truck Bar, which literally is an amazing venue. Cook, we gotta maybe plan something for there, Dougie.
Okay.
Let's do.
We'll have to-
We're not going to talk about that other venue we used to do stuff at because I'm done with that place.
Oh boy.
But we're going to go to Connecticut and we'll do something at the Truck Bar.
Doug's not leaving Canada.
What?
I leave Canada all the time.
Dougie wants to bring his camper down and come hang out.
Well, let's do it.
I do because Ben, my cousin, has to come down to the Boston area to do some stuff for his music show down in Boston. So I was like, well then let's just go.
I'm
Come on
wide
down,
open
let's
after
hang out.
New York in 2 weeks. I'll be out there with my kid does travel baseball, so we'll be at Cooperstown. So if anybody has any place to throw bags near there, let me know. Dustin's actually, I think, going to be out of town. Dustin Arnold runs Empire Cornhole out that way, but I think he's not going to be around, or I'd be hanging with him. But anybody's out that way and there's places to throw
Yeah.
bags, might
Yeah, that is a little bit of a drive from. I know there's a lot in the Buffalo area. Bobby Speary's got a new venue there in Buffalo, but
Yeah, because
Donnie knows
Cookie-
that area better than I do. I have no clue really, honestly, where I'm going. I just found out where I was flying into about an hour
listen, I
ago.
had
from Donnie.
before we went live, I had to tell him his itinerary and where he had to drive
Yeah.
because he's going to be flying into Albany, and I'm like, it's a little bit of a couple hour drive, and he's like, what? I'm like, dude, that's the closest airport to where you're going.
I didn't book that flight. The ex-wife booked that flight, so I couldn't. I had no.
Listen, that's your shortest flight. Flying into Albany and driving over to Cooperstown, that's your shortest flight because Cooperstown is kind of in the middle. Like you could have flown into Syracuse or something higher and kind of drove down. It's a little easier drive from Albany. I wish I was in the country. I would drive up to see you because it's only a couple hour drive for me. But I unfortunately have to go on a really crappy trip with the wife,
Totally
so it's going to be really hard.
trip.
Yeah, really
Worst trip.
sucky trip.
Worst trip ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Aruba
know.
sucks. I would
Listen,
go to Aruba.
it's tough having a sugar mama.
But so after New York, I'll be open to whatever, except for the Clash. We will be doing Reggie's thing.
Yeah, so
hopefully
Reggie's
Donnie will
thing,
come out for that.
I believe Reggie's thing is somewhere around the 19th, 20th of September, somewhere in there.
Yes, and then there's also I'm going to be probably in Colorado right before that for Bag Bites with Dawn, Colorado Cornhole Connection. So there's that going on. Busy.
I believe Reggie is the 20, 21, 22, somewhere in there. And I think Don might be the weekend before that, maybe.
It is the weekend before that. Right.
That would be like 13, 14, 15.
Yeah. I think you got it right. Yeah. It is the weekend before. I don't know the
Yeah, I
numbers.
think we're somewhere in there for both of those. And you can check them both out. Reggie is 319 Cornhole.
Yep.
And Don is Colorado Cornhole Connection or iHeartCornhole.com.
Bags, Bites, and Brews. It's that's the Kawasaki Kids Foundation one that Sean runs. So it's a good bit. That one every year is great. So DJ Lil Coop. So he got a new liver finally, and he's doing good.
Nice. That's amazing.
So,
yeah, I've got to go out to see Don out there because him and I follow the same NASCAR guy. Although not after this year, we got to find a new one. But you got to talk with him, and I do want to venture out that way to see him.
So we need some OG summits. That's what we need. We need to figure out a couple.
I was thinking that too.
Yep.
What did Corona say when you texted him tonight? He told me he was done at surf. So
well, he said he was done at surf and driving home. So that means he's pretty banged up.
Yeah, sure.
But
I was looking. I'm trying to look at flights for me, cheap flights for me to get to Worlds, and Rochester's a little too far for me to drive to get a Spirit flight. But so I was with Spirit. I was given
You
I
are
can
a
leave.
brave man.
I can fly out of Detroit on Spirit for really cheap, except I have a stopover at LAX.
Do you know
on
why
my way to Charlotte?
Do you know why they call it Spirit?
I'll come visit you. That's not even
I'm
a
not
half hour
sure.
from me.
Well, but
It's an hour. It's only an hour 25 at LAX.
no, but at LAX, once you get outside of the airport, there's nothing to do. Like you have to go outside into the city.
I'm just wondering why, if I'm flying from Detroit, I have to go to
I'll go into
LAX
the airport and have a
to
beer.
come back to Charlotte.
Well, you know why? You know why Spirit is
It's
called Spirit, right? Because you might die.
It's true. Your spirit will fly away.
But it's cheap.
Spirit will leave your body.
But it's cheap.
Yeah.
It is. That's why. I learned my lesson with Spirit. I'm good.
Yeah. A NASCAR seat is more comfortable.
And safer.
Yeah. At least you get a Hans device. Little inside racing right there, kids.
Yep.
Oh,
Marky
boy.
Berry says he's bummed. Yeah, I've just found out the other day that I have to actually may have to take an extra day off of work for Worlds because of the Canada-US thing. I thought that was going to be on the Saturday. It's going to be on the Wednesday, and I was planning on coming home on the Wednesday, but now I may have to stay an extra day. And
Does
South
Canada
Carolina.
play cornhole?
Sometimes. We are actually. I'm going to say we are sending a very talented team down to that event. Some names you probably never heard of.
I saw the team. It's pretty. I think it's pretty stacked based on what I've seen from some standings in Canada.
Well, you did get to see one of the players. Guillaume Morin is going to be part of that, and Carl Menard, and then Paul Vandendam and Connor Weiss will be the 4 male players. The 4 females, all depends on who's all going. I know Amanda Oakley is part of it. Lana Smith is part of it, and I'm not sure of the other 2. So
no French names in the men's.
Yep, Guillaume Morin and Carl Menard.
Sarcasm's a little thick.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Well, yeah.
people miss it.
Yeah, he's Le Quebecois.
Yeah. Well, Donnie got to have a Quebec partner when he was in Drummondville.
Listen, I had a partner in Drummondville that I couldn't even talk to. I had to dig back to my friggin' 9th grade French. I'm like, duh, toi.
What was it? Hey, was his real job a Mountie?
I'm not sure. It could have possibly been
Canadian stuff.
No, he brewed beer.
Oh wow!
No, he did. Doreen Pond for the female, as Andrew was saying.
I'm not sure. It could be. I'm not sure if she's going to Worlds or not. Andrew, you may know more than me.
Yeah, I think it depends on who can go, because I know there's a list of kind of alternates and other stuff. It all depends who's going to.
And Andrew says that Dawn Cartwright accepted her spot to go with that thing. And Derek Bear is saying Doreen Pond is going.
And and Andrew says she is. Yeah, so we've got some confirmations here.
Well, and that's because we've got a couple non-pros that are going to be in that for the Canadian team. I think, which is, I know there's 2 on the men's side, and there'll be at least 1 on the women's side, which is
I heard Derek Barrett's an alternate for the women's side.
Possibly. That's if he goes. He's told me that he may not be going.
What?
Derek has to go.
Is he doing the real job?
I don't know. He could be in that hobby horse jumping competition. That.
I saw that. That thing's amazing.
Yeah.
I know. I think I got one upstairs. I'm going to bring it for Derek. Next time I see him, I'm bringing it to him.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That is disturbing.
Yeah. I first time I seen that, I was like, oh my.
All right, so Cook, you got the fishing stuff coming out, which is the SPF 50 with either the mask or no mask, depending on because sometimes with fishing you need that little bit of coverage, because the reflection off the water sometimes is pretty damn brutal.
Yep.
So what else do we got coming up? I know you just launched a whole T-shirt line.
We got the T-shirt line. That's been up there for a while though. And then we just sponsored a downhill mountain bike guy, so we can have a Moto mountain bike jersey now too. He's in France right now, and he's racing this weekend called the Mega Avalanche. I don't know if you've heard of it. Basically, it's in France, and it's probably 1,000 mountain bikers go down a glacier, and he does that every year. He's from France. His name's Frenchie, so we just did a jersey for him, and we released that. So it's a moto and mountain bike jersey, and we're just spreading out. We got baseball stuff coming out. It's a little bit of everything: darts, billiards, pickleball stuff. We've really haven't pushed hard, but it's there. I just got to release it. It's just a lot of stuff going on. So, and
I know a guy that used to suck at mountain bike racing.
I know a guy that crashed pretty bad and can't ride anymore.
Oh wait!
Don't get old, kids.
We got Sarah saying goodnight, and we got another OG in the chat with an actual cornhole question.
There we go.
Heath Jenkins. Is Harbaugh the best player in the world right now?
I think he's the hottest player right now in the world.
Yeah, but you know what? Devin has always been one of the hottest players. He's just up and down, but he's been around a long time.
Hold on, wait a minute. I might have something over here. Hold on. Ready? I have to look at this every day, and it's friggin' pretty ugly. It's a really good thrower and a really shitty thrower.
Trading cards. Yep. Devin's one of the nicest guys you will ever meet, and the kid can throw. It's not even a kid anymore. I don't know why they call him a kid, but
I think he's always been right there at the top, right? He's always been right in there. But I think Jeremiah Ellis right now has got a kind of a hot hand. He like literally, I think, one or two bags, he's winning. He could win a world championship this year. But
I met Jeremiah way back at ACO in the Worlds. This was 6-7 years ago, and man, he's really putting in the work to get where he is now. So I'm proud of him. He's done a good job, and he's moved over to ACL now, and he's doing good things. So I talk to him once in a while online, but as far as Devin, man, Devin's just doing really good right now.
yeah, but the problem is you got an old goat that holds a rusty old water bottle. That's also literally
You
right
can't
there.
You can't promote your boyfriend on here. Come on, I thought this was open forum.
I just gotta say he's right there all the time though. He's right there. Like I think Hisner this year has had a resurgence right now. I think with him and Trey, they really haven't clicked a lot yet in doubles. I mean they've had some great matches,
Right.
but I think that's helped him, gain that little spark back for singles.
Yeah.
I just think, I think you're going to see Adam there at the end of the year, right there in the championships. I think you're going to see him in Trey also. Final Four at Spencer's.
Maybe.
I got $1.
I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no.
I got $1. I got $1 right now that says they're in the Final Four.
You're on.
You're on.
The only real big blemish I've seen in out of Adam Hisner's this year is his currency conversion. But yeah, well, that's not an on-air thing for right now. Maybe later. But yeah, it's helping people through school in Canada. That's all I got to say.
It is. Listen, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to get him a friggin' Canadian calculator.
Possibly.
Do they have those?
Yeah, it's called an abacus.
Are they upside down?
Yeah. Well, Donnie, we've hit the hour again. Like I really wasn't sure coming into tonight, but
yeah, I didn't even want to talk to that guy.
You're number one, yeah.
That guy over there somewhere. Well, we got to do a night with Corona on me and Corona.
I think we need that. I think we need, because Donnie and I talked about that because we've had Sata on that we need an OG show like once a month.
Yeah,
I think. But we've
had me and Corona have had many meetings about. We want to bring the show back. The problem is there is a gazillion bag makers now. It's just ridiculous. And here's the thing. I don't want to sound negative, and I don't want to sound, but I mean, everybody has the same bag. Yep. They just put a different logo on it. It's a different company. It's the same resin. It's the same fabric. It's the same.
Wait a minute. But I twisted it this way.
Maybe. But I mean, it's hard. It's hard to do that. And a lot of people want us to review the bags and stuff like that. And then the other thing too is we did a rating. We did a scale of our own, which we thought worked, and now everybody has their own other rating that's different. So it's just, we want to do it. It's just hard to find what we want to do. So, yeah.
Well, that's the hard part, because the game right now is so saturated now with bags, right? Absolutely. And it's saturated with apparel companies, and it's saturated with, it may only get worse with the newest stamp. No, but let's be honest. I mean, with the board stamp, is it going to be more? There's going to be more discrimination there. Maybe discrimination is not the word, but it's going to be a little more scrutiny as to who can get the patch or the stamp, because if you're going to start doing a standard, what's it going to be, right? Big ass to say, just do it then.
The kids are still awake.
Yeah, the kids are still awake. Yeah,
but no, but but even though, because with your show, because you even did interviews with some of the bag makers as well.
We did,
right? And
yeah. Well, so the thing is, we went very technical with audience, like what part of the show is the audience watching. We did all of that, and really honestly it started to slow down when the interviews were too long,
Well,
with
yeah,
some of the bag makers and board makers. So we kind of shut that down out of it. And then it got, it got better with that. But, again, I mean, what you could send us a million bags, but it's like, at what point are they all the same? You know?
well, but
Yep.
at what point do you have bag saturation too? Right at the same time. Never mind if they're all the same. Like when you're 1 or 2 points off in a different bag, I can give you my review for a bag, but if your throw is completely different, it means nothing,
Oh,
right?
well, that was one of the things too. So I think what episode 4 or 5, we started getting a lot of comments from people like, that's a great, why don't you ever say, that bag sucks or this bag sucks? Because it's exactly like you said, Donnie. I throw Corona throws totally different than I do. I came from suede. I throw as hard bag. Corona has a little more finesse. You know what I mean? But who knows what you throw? We're just telling you how we throw it. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's it's hard to, here's what it does for us. Go buy it. I don't know.
Well,
But,
Yeah,
you know,
it's like they said. It's more than materials matter for bag performance. It's do you have a $2 throw?
no, but but my
absolutely.
biggest thing is right now when people post on, the different websites on, well, I'm sorry, the different rooms on the Book of Face, where they're like, "What bag is good for me?" I'm like, "Go to a blind draw,
Yeah.
like throw somebody else's bags because I can tell you what works for me. Like for me, like I love, kind of an 8.5, 8.6 bag, which is a little more sticky on the other side, and I never flip that damn thing over." But
Right.
Phil is a huge consideration. But I'm like, what works for me doesn't work for you because my bag comes in at such a shitty angle and can cut around. And it was like, how'd you throw that cut back? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like it
Well,
just
and the other thing too, I've had a lot of bag makers say, "Hey, I want to sponsor this player and this player, and I want to throw money at this player." I'll probably get some hate for this, but I tell them, I mean, who's buying your bags? I'll tell you who's buying your bags. Someone bought them, took them to a blind draw, took them to league night, let someone else throw them. Those people bought them. No one looked on ESPN and said, "Oh, what's Devin throwing? Oh, I got to go buy that bag because Devin's throwing it." It never works like that.
well, but here's the
So
thing: like the bag that Devin throws, I know I can't throw it because
absolutely right,
Yeah.
especially Devin.
I,
Yeah,
I, I
Yeah.
can't throw them, and I know that because I watch it. I watch way too much cornhole,
right.
way more than you watch the other stuff.
Well, and right there,
I
like
don't know. I
the
don't
big ask
know.
guys here, the real issue that there's so many people that are doing that now as well, right? That are just putting out their own little review things. I've got this Facebook page, I got that, and it's
Right.
Well, what? All right, I'm gonna call someone out right now. Like this board company, like I don't know, it's like American Cornhole or something like that. I don't know what it's not the ACL, but it's some other friggin' brand. And they're like, "We're gonna show you the best bags to play. They come broken in right out of the box." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like I can't throw those anywhere. I can't. If I'm playing in like ACL or something else, I can't throw them. I can't play them anywhere. What am I going to throw them in my backyard? No, I'm going to throw other bags I'm going to throw on other nights. There,
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw those bags.
Right. Well, the secret, and I don't know anybody that has done this yet. And if I had a bag company, this is what I would do. I would find some of the biggest leagues in the US. Like SCV is pretty big. We're not as big as we were. We were at like 350 teams every league. I think we're at maybe 200, 150 now. I would start sending out a couple sets of bags to these league directors and leave them on the table and have them push the bags and say, "Hey, try these, and give a percentage of any of those sales to that league. Free bags, send them out." That's the way to do it because all the money that you're spending on players, I mean, I've seen players, again, I'm going to probably get a lot of hate for this, but I've seen players who are sponsored by this bag company, but they're throwing a different bag.
Well, I've also seen players that are sponsored by bag companies that don't play. They have a name, they just don't play until a certain point. Like if you're sponsored by a bag company, t-shirt company, hat company, cola company, beer company, you just have to, you got to be out there playing. You got to be out there playing and promoting.
Right.
And you've got to be out there, trying to help the brand, where you just can't be just doing what you want to do. You're there to promote it. I mean, I've said it a bunch. It's like NASCAR, right? You got to put the stupid hat on, take the picture, take that
Absolutely.
hat off,
Yep.
put the next stupid hat on, take the picture. Like, you know what I mean? You're taking 30 pictures with the same number one finger up.
Like Moto, just like
Yeah.
Moto. Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to keep promoting those different brands, because if you don't do it and you're not giving an ROI back to the people that are helping you, it just doesn't work. Like,
Not at all.
here's the thing. I can make the best bag in the world. I could go out and design a bag tonight, make the best bag in the world. But if I don't have people helping me to promote that bag and keep it going, it doesn't mean a damn thing. Right?
Bruce says you can't send bags out with a stamp. Bruce, there are a lot of people that don't play ACL and could care less. They just want to play cornhole. There's plenty of bags with no stamp. And here's my theory on that too, not to cut you off, Donnie, but look, if I go to a blind draw, ACL or not, and I throw bags that aren't stamped and I lose to someone, do you think that person's going to go up and say, hey, those bags weren't stamped?
No.
But if I beat that person, do you think they're going to go up and say that bag wasn't stamped? Absolutely.
No, but they're going to be like, that bag was garbage because we lost. It's like, no, your throw is like sucky. Let me help you out. Your throw sucked.
Mhm.
But I got to say, I do have to show one more thing. One of the greatest things I've ever seen in cornhole, and I think you were part of this tournament, and I think it was Eric Hubbard that maybe ran this tournament. It was
There you
that one
go.
right there.
So
If
we
you know,
talked
I'm
about
gonna
that.
say, if you know, you know. I'm not going to say anything else.
We talked about doing another one a couple months ago. The problem is there's just nowhere to. The Hustler is open again, but we can't get in there for some reason. So, but it's been in the talks. Yes,
Can you say that again?
we've talked about it.
No, you can't get in there.
You can't get in there. But yes, it's very hard to find loyal players who really push a brand.
Well, no, but here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
there might be, and I just don't know. But from what I've seen, I haven't seen. I mean, Ultra, you're just part of the club. Like, you want to wear Ultra because you want to be part of the club,
Well,
Yep.
I think,
and that's how they push that brand. But what I'm saying is, like, I haven't seen people really push their brands like they should with the money that they get.
But also, I think Marky brought it up a little bit ago. It was at 10:07. He brought it up. But you're saturated with clubs depending on where you are right now. Like right now, where we are at Cook, we went from one club a night to almost 4 clubs a night. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
on a Monday night, you're competing with 4 or 5 other venues, and some people are like, I can't go there because the competition's much better than what I can play. It's like,
Right.
I would much rather play against, a Jeremiah Ellis, a Devin Harbaugh, some of the better players, the Gore brothers. I'd love to go to Craven, just, play against some of the better players, because I know I'm not going to get better unless I have to play some better players. Whereas some people are like, I just want the $30. I'm like, $30 isn't even my bar tab.
Right, but you have those players too that, like, for instance, I'm that player now. I'm not going to go pro. I don't even have the urge. I don't need to be on TV. I don't need any of that. Monday night, I want to go drink some beer, throw some cornhole. That's all I want to do. I don't have to win money. I don't have to play against pros. And that's why I always think all these leagues, they need to have different divisions. SCB has different divisions. You work your way into different divisions, obviously. But yeah, I mean, no one wants to go out and just. Am I going to go pay Devin Harbaugh $30 so I can go hang out with him?
But if you're playing a
I'll
Switch,
call him
why
up
does
and
it
say,
matter?
come out.
If you're playing a Switch, why does it matter?
Well, you should have 2 divisions in the Switch too.
Why?
I think you got to have those options for people. You do. You got to have those. Look, I'll play the big Switch with the pros and whoever's in there. That's fine. But what if I'm just like 75 years old and I just love throwing cornhole and I don't want to get smoked 21-0 in 5 minutes? I didn't even get to throw any bags. You know what I mean? Like, the game still has to be fun. And that's why I left the game for a little bit. It wasn't fun anymore. Now it's fun again. Now it's
You're
fun
all,
again.
your body's also like 92.
True. That's a good point.
We had that here Thursday night in our league. That one guy, Marty Van Lanen, figured out the best way to win with me as a partner was to only have me throw one round.
Yes.
We won 21-0. He scored a 6. No, so yeah, he scored a 6 the first round. I scored a 6, and then he got the elusive 11, and it was done. So I only got to throw one round that game.
Well, Bruce says Switch sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Switch.
He also
but-
got kind of personal before when he said that Cook hates sushi.
Yeah, I don't hate
But,
sushi, but that's an inside joke. You'll have to ask him about that one. I do not hate sushi. I just hate sushi in Georgia.
The squirrel.
I know. I can say if you're in a landlocked state, sushi is a bad option.
Yes.
There needs to be some body of water near me before I will do sushi.
There's probably a river.
Yeah, catfish sushi. You've never had catfish sushi?
Yeah, listen, I don't ever want to be catfished. Okay. No, but the thing
Oh,
with
boy.
it is, like, Cook, you probably see it out there in Cali. I mean, listen, a lot of people in the chat, like, with the whole bag thing, with the whole league thing, it's just getting so crazy right now because, you know, you've got a lot of these bag places that bag manufacturers show up for a year
Mhm.
and they make a lot of promises.
Yep.
Sometimes those promises happen. A lot of times they don't.
Yep.
And then, you know, you've got all these other people that are like, well, this team's only doing good because of what they do here, what they do there. But the thing with it is, when you really start looking at this game, there's a lot more money to be made if maybe you limit it a little more. Like,
So here's something I proposed to the ACL. I proposed this 3 or 4 years ago. And I proposed that the ACL gets involved with sponsorships. And this is how they do it. They don't negotiate it, but they have a contract with the sponsor and the player. And basically the contract says the player has to do this, 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 and this, right? Because honestly, as a private business owner sponsoring players, I have them sign a contract. They don't do what's in the contract. I already paid them money. Do you honestly think I have the time or the money to go hire a lawyer to go after that money that I gave them? And it just doesn't make sense. So with the ACL, they have a contract. They have lawyers already. You have to do this, this, and this, or you are no longer a professional and you're no longer sponsored and you're no longer on the hook for that sponsorship money. You know what I mean? Because right now it's the wild, wild west. It's a free for all. And like you said, these bag companies show up a little bit and then leave, make the money and leave. You know what I'm saying? So the ACL wants to get involved so much with bags and boards and stuff. They need to get involved with that too. And then with that, you could also take a percentage of that contract. Look, as ACL, we're protecting you as a player and we're protecting the sponsors that are part of Cornhole. You know what I mean? And we're going to take a little cut out of that. You know what I mean? But that kind of didn't really go. That conversation didn't go any further than that. But that protects everybody. That protects the companies that are sponsoring, and that protects the player.
well, I think Bruce says that, you know, that contract says that, but I think as we move forward, it's going to be more and more kind of advantageous for both sides of the coin, right? Because we're not going to get the Adidas, we're not going to get the Nikes, we're not going to get some of the bigger things in there. You know, you got to, you know, sort of protect your brand at the same time, right? Because you also don't want that person that's not going to help you move forward. So
Right.
you know, it's going to make it a little tougher. And I think Marky put in here saying that, you know, they do different things every league night. You know, they run different mini boards and other things like that. I think, you know, I will say this probably till the day I die, that leagues only move forward if everyone's inviting. You can't
Right.
have that
Yep.
one person that just
Absolutely.
is like, oh, I got Cook as a partner. I'm going home. Right? No, but you can't, you know what I mean? You just can't have that. You got to be
Which I have to say for us locally here with Matt as our league guy, he's done a great job because if someone does do that, and we've had it happen where someone hasn't liked the partner that they've got, they did the Irish goodbye and just slide out the door, and then that person is told like, "Don't come back. You're done with us," right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they
Yeah.
need some bans because guess what? Fighting or just being a bad partner, I think, should have some consequences behind it. Because, Doug, I'm going to do it right now. You're
Say it.
never going to grow the game unless, but unless everybody's inviting, it's just not going to happen.
true.
And Cook, you know how much I hate that statement.
I
But
know. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why I
you
was
kept the
rolling
streak
my
going,
eyes.
Donnie. That's all that matters. You kept the streak
Right.
going.
you're just not going to bring other people in unless everybody there is just going to help. Because guess what? I will cheer on somebody when they throw it. Cook, you were there when people like throw the bag in front of the board. I'm like, great block. Here we go. Like, just get in the other player's head. Let's have fun. We're throwing bean bags, people.
You never
Bean
said that to me when I did that.
What's that?
You didn't say that to me when I did that.
Well, because Doug, I'm changing Cord Doug to a yard sale because all 4 of them are off.
Getting better.
I'm going to show you my Crocs later, Doug, where I call it the corn Doug of Crocs, where it's the Crocs board, and
Mhm.
all the 4 bags are outside around it, and not even touching the board. I call it my corn Doug Croc.
There could be Christmas ornaments coming out for the down and back like that soon, possibly.
Air fresheners, maybe.
Because my
Yeah.
game stinks. I got an air freshener. Anyway, we're almost up on the hour and a half, Donnie. I'm surprised we've gone this far here, but it's a Saturday night, so we're gonna have Chris. We'll have you back with your partner in crime because people need to hear Steve as well because
They do.
Steve's even
Also-
though he's a Dodger fan, he's an okay guy.
Yeah, I'll let him slide.
But
Let him slide.
the Blue Jays fans up here will love to be able to talk with him with that one player that we thought was coming here.
So Al Castro is calling me out. He says, there's only one guy that calls a timeout when he has first bag.
Did you do that, Donnie?
All the friggin'
That's
time.
impressive. I
All the
love it.
time. Dude, I do it with some of the better players up here because it's so much fun when they're like they're like, oh, I'm so good. I'm like, guess what? I'm just gonna walk up and look at the board. But I do the Devin Harbaugh. So I go to the side of the board, look at the hole, and then I walk to the front of the board and look at my angle. And then I slowly walk back. And then miss the board completely.
Well, you didn't realize this. I'm actually Devin Harbaugh's coach now. Did you know that? After
No.
Triple Crown, yeah. Ask him when you see him. After Triple Crown, ask him. Yeah, I'm his official coach. I had to coach him
Right.
through the one of the semifinals in that game against
Oh,
one of the girls in Minnesota.
we've got another one coming in.
Yeah.
So another guy doesn't know how to spell.
Yeah, doesn't know how to spell. Jamie
And
Kelly.
he even counted one of his airmails the other night that I know for a fact missed the board. He's like, "Oh no, it went in the hole." Yeah, Jamie. didn't go in the hole.
Jamie, Doug, block your ears. Anybody that's lost to Doug, I have no faith in.
Anyone that was up 20-0 and lost to me.
Oh, that's even worse.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
But- Bruce wants to play us all for 500. Was that 500 pennies or what's that, Bruce? Come on.
I don't. What's a penny?
I remember one time I was going to a tournament and I had a really good partner. Oh wait, we won't tell that story yet.
I haven't even played Bruce for real yet. I just screw around with him whenever we play. I think we need to play for real, Bruce. Never played him for real. We always just screw around. Oh,
Yeah.
look at him. Money
Listen.
talks. Here we go.
Just because he knows how to screw a board.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I don't
Oh,
know, Donnie, will we be back sometime this week? I'm not sure. We'll see. Just if we do a weekday show, we'll see.
We can do a weekday show, and I have next Saturday before I have to go on a really crappy trip.
Yeah, next Saturday. Yeah, I think because I've got ball hockey provincials. I don't think we play the Saturday night, so I should be good for Saturday. But Saturday night is a lot of people will be away. Cornapalooza next weekend, Lindsay, Ontario.
Oh, yeah, there's a
And,
big tournament up there.
They'll get to get the
tickets are still available.
They are. For that, and I believe there's still campsites available there for Cornapalooza. And with Chris, you need to come up here next year for Cornapalooza.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
A weekend of camping in cornhole, and it's kind of like a surf rodeo, but in a community
But
center.
with
parking lot.
Mounties for security.
Yeah. In a
That's perfect.
snowbank.
I'm in. Can I get a red jacket?
in a snowbank in the middle of July. Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. You want to be mounted? What?
Oh boy. Yeah, send me the details on that, Doug. I'm interested.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
The big ass are asking about Battle of the Big Mounts 3.
I think it'd be awesome.
I think we might. I think I might have a new partner.
Let's have a Zoom call with everyone and let's do that. I'm in. I know
Can
Sky
I-
would be in.
There was a 2. There was a 2.
We did it too.
Yeah, there was 1 and 2, Doug. You missed both.
Wow.
I don't know.
You need to research your guests better.
What? I just never get invited to these things.
If you remember, I think it was 1 or 2. I had my son smash my modem with a fucking pickaxe in my backyard.
I think that was one.
I think it was 1. Yeah,
It was one.
yeah. I had my son put on a stupid mask and go out back and just start smashing shit. He's like, "What am I doing?" I'm like, "Just play along. Just play along."
It's all part of the show.
It's on,
Well,
people
let's
will
talk
get it.
about that offline, Donnie. Let's try to round the people up and let's
Yeah, we'll
let's do
figure it
that.
out.
That sounds like fun. That would be a lot of fun. I know
For
Steve
sure.
would be in a second. So
All right, everybody. Thank you for
Okay.
coming in tonight. It was a great time.
And if
Oh,
we're
I
not
get to
back during the
promote.
week,
Hang on. I get to promote.
Okay. For sure.
Surfrodeo.com. Check that out. It happens every year, this time of year. And then you can't do that. Spencer McKenzie's Throwdown. That's the end of August every single year. That's coming up. And then check out the JerseyGuyLocker.com. We are still doing free designs on there too. So yeah. There you
then
go.
you might be able to buy that face jersey thing.
Oh no, the whole stack of jerseys. Yeah, me and Donnie will figure this out, but all these one-offs will.
No,
we'll
I think he was
raffle
talking
for.
about the sexiest jersey.
Oh,
in
the
whole
Donnie
world.
jersey that'll go up tonight. We'll put
On
that up
page
there
like
tonight.
532
Yeah.
on the website.
Listen,
Yeah,
if you
what
want
should I do?
the-
What
if you
pricing should
want-
I do on that?
if you want the sexiest jersey in the whole wide world, sign up to JerseyGuyLocker.com soon. All right, kids. Thank you all, Dougie. Love you to death. We'll see
Yeah,
you.
we'll back. If we're not back, like I said, if we're not back midweek, we'll be back Saturday night, and we'll have some more fun and just talking cornhole. And
Love
see you
guys. Miss
all
you guys.
next week.